bellyache. Oh, I make big mistakes.
What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be reviewing the perk PhD slider, and we will be asking the all-telling question, is it good? So let's get right into the game description, because I have a lot of opinions about this thing, and I just want them to pour out after we get down to the technicals of it. So, game description, you slide to build up charge, and once fully charged, slide into an enemy to trigger an explosion. Also, you gain resistance to explosive damage. The modifier is improved slide distance, trap immunity when sliding, increased explosive damage when entering a slide from greater heights. Alright, that's simple enough, self-explanatory, whatever, blah blah blah. So, my first impression of this is that it's basically PhD Flopper's stupid cousin. It has no... I don't think it measures up at all to PhD Flopper. I mean, it's trying to be PhD Flopper without bringing the OP utility that PhD Flopper brought in Black Ops 1. And I understand why Treyarch implemented this, because they know that having no explosive damage with a perk is pretty OP, especially since the Hellion Salvo exists now, and that thing decimates zombies up past round 80, and there's really nothing that can stop you from just abusing that if you did have a perk that would negate all explosive damage. So I understand where they're coming from. Fine, whatever. So how much explosive damage does it actually reduce? Because it does say that it does reduce explosive damage. Well, it reduces about 66%. The way I found this was by using the acid gat. Generally without PhD, it does about 18 damage to you per shot that explodes near you, but with PhD, it does about 6. And that's one thing to note about the perk, is that it's actually somewhat viable when being used with the acid gat. I actually got a pretty high gameplay using PhD Flopper with the acid gat recently, so I mean, I understand the utility this thing has. It's not like it's unusable. It does provide explosive resistance, which is helpful in a lot of situations, so it's nice. But the actual sliding mechanism is pretty awful. Not gonna lie, it's really bad. So basically, it can't consistently kill an entire horde of zombies past round 12. It just doesn't want to do it. Some zombies you're gonna have to slide into literally 3 times to kill them if you're on round 20 plus. Some crawlers that have already been damaged take 3 slides, and there's a clip of that somewhere in this video. I'm sure you'll be seeing it shortly. So that sucks. Basically, let's look at the actual charge time. It takes 5 slides without the modifier, but since the modifier actually improves your slide distance, it only takes 3 slides to obtain a full charge for this. So it's not annoying to charge. Oh, here's the clip, by the way, of the crawler. Yeah, there's 1, and then you'll see 3 more until that thing is actually dead, which is absurd. So, yeah, it isn't really viable either with that aspect. Even PhD Flopper killed past round 20 in Black Ops 1, so I don't know. This is just, it's kind of sad, and the fact that you unlock it so late gives you this idea that it's going to be great, and it was just such a disappointment when I actually turned it on for the first time. It is not as good as it can be, and it annoys me. But, you know, the zombies community also agrees that it annoys them as well. So, let's look at a couple other statistics here. Zombies that aren't killed are at least knocked over generally, which is okay, I guess, but that sucks because their hitboxes still make it so you can't run past them, so kind of still useless, especially if you get caught in a corner. Another thing is that the slide actually won't activate unless you're literally sliding into a zombie, which is kind of counterintuitive as well, because if you're sliding into a zombie, you generally are going to have a horde behind them, and if for some reason your slide glitches out and doesn't explode, you're just going to be sliding into a horde and likely getting massacred. So that sucks too. PhD slider sucks. So let's throw a final score at it. It's 5 out of 10. It's not great. It could be better, but you know Treyarch won't make it better because they're stubborn about the way they balance perks. I don't know. With the modifier, it's probably a 6 out of 10, but even then, it's still not good. The only real benefit you get from the modifier is the fact that your slide distance is increased so you can charge it faster, and the fact that the explosion is actually useless past round 12 basically kind of just makes the modifier also useless. It's just a very underwhelming perk that could be so much better if they weren't stubborn about re-implementing PhD flopper, and I understand where Treyarch is coming from, but it's just ridiculous. At any rate, that's all the time I have to talk today, so I hope you enjoyed the video and my beautiful voice. I hope to catch you guys in the next video, where we will be reviewing, hopefully, Deadshot Dealer. Alright guys, stay royal. Peace out.